What happened last year to save a deathly ill Pennsylvania girl was the exception to the rule. Now that exception is the rule. You remember Sarah Moynihan. I talked to her parents about Sarah's urgent need for a lung transplant. She was just 10 years of age, and with child donors being so rare, her mom and dad were fighting to get her lungs from an adult donor. Now, according to the rule at the time, it said a patient had to be at least 12 years of age to be eligible for that adult lung. And so a court had to intervene to get Sarah adult organs. Well, as of Monday, Sarah's exception has turned into a permanent policy change, allowing some kids ages 11 and younger to receive adult lungs. My goodness, how wonderful does she look here? Her family, little Sarah, clearly celebrating, biking along, both the fact that their struggles will now help other kids and celebrating her remarkable recovery. She could barely breathe last year, and now here she is.
Well, you should try hard, because you shouldn't give up when it's possible.
Oh, how about that? Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta with me here. I mean, I remember this story. We talked about it for quite a while, and remember she got that first lung. It didn't take, so they had to have that second transplant. But just remind us, pre-policy change, what was the issue with her getting the lung?
Yeah, this is a tough situation in medicine. It's a real collision of medicine and ethics, and part of it is that you're dealing with something we don't have enough of. Yeah. In this case, transplants. There were 1,600 people waiting for a transplant last year, and there's just simply not enough transplants. So that's why some of these rules come about, and what they said is, look, if you're talking about a child, in this case she was 10 years old, and you're putting adult lungs in, you have to modify those lungs a bit. You may have to trim them to make them fit, simple things like that, but that can all reduce the chances they're going to work. It may increase the chance that they fail, and if they do fail, you can't use them again. You can't transplant them into somebody else. So it becomes this tough, almost Sophie's choice type thing, Brooke. You know, do we give it to this person who we think will have potentially a really good chance of survival, or do we give it to somebody else who may have a good chance but not quite as good as the first person? And that's where these policies come from.
So as a child, and the policy was still in place at the time, she was able to get those adult lungs, and now that we know as of Monday that policy changed, and I mean, those parents, they were out there. They said this is wrong, this should change. Should we give them the credit for this?
I think so. I mean, I think there's no question that they drove the train on this, and even if you look at some of the language from the organization that approved these rules, they say it was some high-profile cases that really started to change their minds on this policy. So I think they deserve a lot of the credit, and oftentimes it's very personal for them. And you see now Sarah is doing well. Riding a bike like that, the previous images of her in an ICU next to a ventilator, it's pretty incredible. Listen to what her mom had to say specifically, and her dad.
A mama bear moves really, really fast, and a government agency maybe doesn't move quite as fast. So I don't think it's surprising that it took a lot to get here.
I mean, often in order to initiate change, either through government or whatever it may be, I mean, you really have to push and stand up and just, you know, make people aware. That was the biggest thing, was we wanted to make people aware of the issue.
And let me give you just a little bit of context as well. You know, I said 1,600 people waiting for a transplant last year. About 16 of them were people under 10 or under. So, you know, it's not a large percentage of the people who are waiting, but as you just heard there, a very important percentage, obviously, for them. When
we look at her and just seeing her biking around, it's wonderful. Is she out of the woods by this point?
You know, the thing with lung transplants, I don't know that you're ever fully out of the woods. I mean, even at 5 years, they talk about survival still only being 50-50. And part of the concern with Sarah in particular is what prompted this was cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is not cured by a lung transplant. She still has that disease, maybe in other organs in the body. She still needs medications for that disease in addition to the immunosuppressants for the lung transplant. So she's going to have a rockier, tougher road than most, but it's good to see her recovering as well as she is. But, you know, it's going to be a while, I think, before you can say she's truly out of the woods.
Good on those parents, and to you, Sarah Moynihan, you go, girl. Sanjay Gupta, thank you so much for the update. I really appreciate that.